Hello and welcome. This is Diana and you are watching Holistic Vibe. This is going to be a general reading and we're just going to see what's going on today, what you can keep an eye out, something just to gain a little bit of insight, a little bit of understanding of like what you need to know to get you on a higher timeline. It just kind of, we let the cards fall where they may. Sometimes it's to work your intuition and to give you a little bit more awareness. We just allow what needs to come out to come out. So know that like you shining is a choice. You are made of stardust, plain and simple. My soul tribe comes from the stars. And you know, your aura already amplifies a blue flame. It's an aquamarine flame. And that is part of being an indigo, right? And so your dreams could very well have been or have been attempting to be impeded, right? I had a friend tell me, like, because I kept having people attempting to impede, right? And when I was weaker, when I didn't know my own strength, right? When I wasn't, I didn't know what a divine being I was, right? And so when you don't realize like who you truly are, there are gaps and rips and tears in your aura that allow energies to slip in, right? Other energies can be very quite sneaky in regards to meditations and saying, open your crown and let's all connect to one, right? But in actuality, what they're trying to do is they're trying to isolate and trying to connect your crown to theirs because that's where they're getting power, right? Or they could say, oh, let's go ahead and let's adjust your chakra, your crown to like blue. Oh, that's a reading color, right? And so, and there has to be relevance here. That's the only reason why they're bringing this stuff up. Because the truth is like that person is psychic, yes. But the only way that they can get into your energy is by you adjusting and following direction of who they are, right? And when you are learning how to work with these energies, like you can do it, but then you need to put up your protections, your wards, your clearings, your mirrors, your hedges of protection, your armor of God. Like that is like how you set the stage and the tone for your own protection, right? And then prior to going to sleep, it's very, very imperative that you say, I do not consent to anything that happens in the etheric realm or in the astral realm. I give no clearance and no authority to anyone except for me and my higher self, right? And you're setting your precedent prior to going to sleep. And so that is really getting you attuned to the I see all things, right? And the other thing is I remember all of my dreams, and I'm thankful that my team is helping me remember everything that's taking place in the astral realm. And then you start practicing on how to pause your dream state so that you can then alter it as it's taking place, right? Like you're commanding your clarity to the control of your own environment. Got it. And then these are here. Yeah, somebody's trying to tap into your creative energy. And they're trying to suck out your energy, right? So through the manipulation of thinking you're in harmony and you're open to possibilities, they're essentially trying to throw you into this mindfuck of whatever it is, right? And so whenever you feel like your thought forms like getting out of control, like, or you're compromising your own state of being, right? Your own control of the of self, of your, like, you don't know why it feels weird, you just know it feels weird, right? Yeah, you're definitely like, I'm feeling like this push and this pull of the, I know who I am, but then I'm playing to like my old frame of being, right? Yeah, Diana is my jam. Artemis. Indigo, yeah, I'm for sure I got goosebumps all over. Yeah, so overcoming difficulties is going to kind of be your key attribute of like wherever you're at right now in your evolutionary cycle. For those of you, if you are looking for a mentor, I'm opening up to readings, clearings, and doing past life regression. If you're interested in that, in the past life regression, I also reconnect you to your old gifts, right? Well, I don't do it, you do it. But we go through and we really like get into the DNA of things. And some of you are already online, but there is something going on with your solar plex, and that right rib. Just take a deep breath. I am going to see what I can do. I might go silent for just a moment. It's just me going into a trance state to see if I can remove whatever that is, or if it actually takes a little bit more gusto, you know? Just take a couple of deep breaths, focusing on that left rib. If you are a masculine watching this, it is going to be your right rib. Feminine, it's going to be your left. So on your solar plex, let's go ahead and pick a flower. Can be a rose, can be daffodils, can be a sunflower, and make it golden. And then make it sticky, like tacky flypaper. And we're going to pull out everything that's in that solar plex area. And the sacral too while we're at it. If any of you are, good job. Take another deep breath, pushing out all that energy. And let's shift. Good. Rib is going to take a while. There's some kind of an agreement with somebody who is not your counterpart. I'm a big component of, like, if you are... No, we're not going to get into that. Thank you, though. Yeah, I'm getting, for whoever this message is for, like, you had somebody who was super sly with, like, trying to get in your field. And they did it in a way of thinking, oh yeah, we're going to meditate together. Oh yeah, you just pull me into your heart. Oh, just pull me into your crown. Oh, we're just learning how to do this. And so with clarity comes understanding, right? And it could have happened at the last eclipse, whatever. I don't know why, but I just got a flash of that. And your emotions could have been up and down since then. Or it could have been slowly a dissipation, right? Because the truth is like somebody who's feeding on your energy isn't going to come straight at you. They're going to create disillusion and disarray by implanting different seeds of you not trusting you, right? Or getting you to be stagnant, or getting you to isolate, or getting you to be overly emotional. And it's playing on your ability as an indigo to amplify the vibration of like light, right? And connecting into that Merkaba, right? Because it's like, if you, here's the thing, for every 33 that comes online, like, you are such a freaking powerful force. And you amplify the ascension for every single person that is in your auric vicinity. at a certain point, if your Merkaba gets so strong that you can amplify your field around the earth, like it literally increases the vibration and frequency of the grids that you're tapping into, because you are then light, right? And so, and there's also been this balancing of like you, shit, your middle wings, just focus on them and flap them out. You've got like some cords in regards to manifestations that are kind of impeding. And honestly, like this wave of like angst and like sorrow just like rolled over me, and like it's disappointment, right? Because it's like you are light and you are dark. And it's frustrating to know like that you let your guard down and allowed somebody to impede you in that way, right? And so anybody who has suffered from a trauma, it's like reactivating that trauma all over again, right? Even if it happened just yesterday or if it happened, 30 years ago, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's reopening that wound. And that's essentially what this person was trying to do from the get. They literally wanted to keep you in some kind of a cycle, to think that they were smarter than you, that they knew more, that they were privy to information that you could not. And maybe again, this is all stuff that you've been doing. It comes out the way it comes out. So pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to your emotions. I always say write down your emotions for an extensive period of time so that you can understand the cycles and the colors that are coming through in this process, right? For those of you that don't know, like, because you're saying this is a shield, right? There's something about like your protection needing to be specifically guarded from the individual that was impeding your field, whether it was one, whether it was an entire group of people, whether it was kitchen witches, I don't know. And frankly, I give a shit. Like, the fact of the matter is these people are going down and they will be removed off of this planet. But until then, we have to activate your armor, your shield, and truly allow you to come into your own being as a sovereign being in a body. How does that happen? You have to clear your mental body. You have to heal all rips, tears in your aura, right? Any entity attachments need to be fully removed. Like, you have to be a sovereign being in a body. And in all honesty, the only way that I've been shown how to do that is by you going through a state where you are truly in a trance or in a theta, and you're able to like have them plucked out of you, right? Because they're each part of the body of the aura has different layers in it, and each of those layers, I don't have a card, I wish I had a card. So essentially, this isn't all of them, right? But like each one of the chakras has essentially its own body. But there's more, right? There's more than what's just 7 chakras, because we don't have just 7 chakras. We have a lot more. And so each of those layers and bodies have a dominant frequency depending on what's happening in your lifetime, right? It could be you were an Eskimo and you fell into water and you were frozen, and so then you ended up with the inability of having kids, right? But you didn't realize that was a traumatic event that was holding on to your aura. So like when you go through and you give homage and you pull that out of your aura and you say, I understand why I picked that lesson, and I know that this life is not that life, and I allow it to release, then you can actually then have a child, right? It's literally that simple. Same thing with this shield. You have rips and tears in your aura, because of whoever has been allowed into your field, right? Whoever opened into that gateway through a rip, through a tear, through a trauma, through overconsumption, sexual, like, you know, energy transfers, right? You can get guys that are girls or guys, it doesn't matter. But you can get people that another person has picked up, and they can say, hey, like, I know you're going to be destined for something really big. I would like to jump team with you, right? But they're not actually telling you that. They're just jumping over. You know, like Jeeves I picked up. He's an English dude. I picked him up from like a Scottish guy. And Jeeves was like, well, you're fun. And you can hear us. And I want to stay. Right? And I was like, you can stay, but you're an onlooker, so step back, right? And that's kind of the way it works sometimes, is like you can end up with an energy source and you don't realize that this is what it's doing to you, because you haven't learned that yet. You don't understand energy transfer. But I'm getting that this was somebody who like knowingly pushed into your aura without asking. Or if they asked, they did it in a roundabout way to fuck with your vibration. Because they knew you were an indigo. They could read your aura. And here's the other thing too, and they want me to say this, is there are people like on the internet, like on internet dating sites, that specifically are hunting out your aura. They're looking at your vibration and they can read it because they are lower and they are darker, and they're literally just looking for a leech. They just want to leech on your energy. And so that's why it's super important on who you're giving your energy to and how you're valuing your own energy. Because the truth is there's sneaky bastards out there, and it's all by design. Because here's the thing is, if you wouldn't deal with that sneaky person, or you wouldn't deal with that toxicity, or you wouldn't deal with somebody who's an energy vampire, or somebody who's soulless, that sold their soul to the devil, right? Like, because the truth is these people are out there, like, plain and simple, and they're preying on feminine energy, or they're preying on masculine energy. Why? Because they don't have the energy themselves. Because they literally are just a hollow bag of bones. And so see that, right? Ask for truth. Ask and see the darkness in the eyes. I'm talking to a group of people that has seen energies completely shift. Where all of a sudden a person has blue eyes and you look and they're completely black. Right? And it's not by chance. It's all by design. If you do not know what your enemy is working with, how are you to be the rebel so that you can actually tap in and overcome and overturn these energies? And literally, because here's the thing, right? Is if you get really strong and you get really good, you can rip those energies out of those soulless beings. You can literally rip them out of them. And so anything that they're getting from those entity attachments, they get nothing. They get zero. And what happens? And they die off the planet. And truthfully, that's what really should happen. Is there should be a massive pulse to wipe all these dark energies off the planet. So take a deep breath. I want you to focus on your solar plex. And whatever's holding on to the middle wing, I see you. You can exit. Yeah, safe passage. Safe passage. Clearing. Take a deep breath. Focus out of the throat. Out of the knee. Take a deep breath. That knee is not knee pain. That is not a deterioration of the knee. That is an entity attachment. Focus on it. Let's put it in green. This bright green here. Good. Is there? That's a lot. That's it. All right. So cloak yourself in the wisdom of old. You actually know a lot more than you think you do. Hilarian's my man. That is Paul, the Apostle, in incarnation. And again with the green. If you need him to do a healing on you, you can ask him. Again, it's either Paul, the Apostle Paul, or it's Hilarion. You can call him what you like, right? He's had quite a few other incarnations due to cycles. Know that you gotta forgive your perpetrators, right? Those that have been like feeding on your energy. And know that the delays or the cycles that you've been overplaying have all been in divine purpose. Because like, just like the planets had to wait to go into like direct from retro, right? Like the energy is also in divine timing for you to unfold that. And so it's all a process. It's all an unfolding to get you to where you need to go, because you are a bright energy. And if you were, say, to go and be your bright, bubbly self and go out into the world without any protection, like, you would have so many like dark, sticky energies like trying to get in your field, and you would see it, right? And it would almost make you sick to your stomach. And you got to learn how to play with your Merkaba. You got to learn how to amplify your energy. And you need to start working with your team, because it's really going to help you. It's going to essentially open you up to like vibrational codes that you haven't had the ability to access, whether or not you've been trying to or not. They're going to come. So again, like I tell everybody, get in the sun at least 20 minutes a day. Allow yourself to like absorb that. No windows, no sunglasses, no barriers. Like, allow your body to be impeded by just divine light, right? And that's going to really help you shift. I'm going to leave that there. If something in this message resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really want to get to where I can start doing lives and we can start doing group clearings. And then also, if you happen to want a reading or a clearing, or you want to do some other stuff, I am opening up my readings. Everything will be in the description below. And until next time, be well. Ciao.